My work is an expression of some kind of emotional landscape that I'm exploring. Hello, my name is Lisa Joy. I am a writer, showrunner, producer, and director, and I am here as this year's Séries Mania jury president. The years I spent studying law and business and the work that I did in high tech, of course, influenced me intellectually. You know, I was very much concerned with questions of good and evil and culpability and innocence based on law, and also the idea of fate versus free will. You know, is a crime if there are genetic or predetermining factors that influence your behavior? And in terms of Silicon Valley, I remember long ago I was working in artificial intelligent engines before they became en vogue. That was probably about 20 years ago. So I think you can see aspects of all of that in my work. But mostly I think my work is an expression of some kind of emotional landscape that I'm exploring. I'm shy and a little bit private in real life, you know, so more confessional, naturalistic works come harder to me because I don't want it to be a one-to-one correlation. You know, I value a little bit of space between my private life and the things that I create. And so I find that I'm more able to be honest emotionally by using the allegory of science fiction.
I'm terrified. I feel spaces opening up inside of me. Like a building with rooms I've never explored.
But I never considered myself a science fiction writer or even a particular aficionado of science fiction. From a very young age, I was interested in mythology. I think that that might be a result of growing up in America, the first generation American. You know, my mom is Asian, my dad is European, and I didn't really feel quite culturally at home in America because our customs were so different. So I gravitated towards stories that were less specific and more universal, because in those metaphors, I found that I could find a truth that spoke to me. I think the point of fiction is to make everyone feel a little less lonely in this world and to try to find universal similarities in a world that can feel very divisive and very isolating sometimes. I would absolutely define my work as political, but I try not to be didactic about it. If I do have a message, I like to think that it is swallowed with some good old-fashioned entertainment, and maybe that way more digestible and also lives with a broader range of people for longer. A lot of being a woman, being Asian, being an immigrant, trying to understand, you know, the male gaze of society. Those are things that I explored very heavily for me in Westworld and Reminiscence. And I expect I'll be exploring that and other themes going forward. We have the second season of The Peripheral with Chloe Grace Moretz, which should begin filming soon. We're editing right now Fallout, which is an adaptation of this amazing video game. But I will say one of the great pleasures that I've had recently is I've been producing a lot of other writers' works. And for me, that's incredibly rewarding because there are these fascinating stories and fascinating new voices. And to be able to protect those voices and those stories with the experience that I've gained from working in this industry and filmmaking in general has been very, very, very gratifying to me. It's a Western, science fiction, film noir. These are all traditionally extremely male regions. The idea of world building itself has been the sandbox of many men as directors, but not so many women. You know, we've still been given projects with smaller budgets that tend to have a smaller scope. There is no genre that is off limits for anyone. You should write what's in your heart and not let traditional notions of genre and gender dictate that. I was going to say fucking inspirational, but I'm not sure if I can curse, so absolutely inspirational.